Hello and welcome back to this Let's Play. This is episode 2 of the Brook map. Most of it is going to be time-lapsed. I'm going to put a few jump cuts in there because this map's very big. So unfortunately I can't really show you everything on there, because I did like showing everything rather than just bits here and there. So it's quite a big map, so I normally do play quite long sessions on here. So we're going to continue off from where we left off last time. Unfortunately, at the end of the last episode, I had a crash. I originally thought it was due to 1.3 beta patch, but unfortunately, I think it's something else. It's something to do with the contracts. They're finishing too early. So I've tried it without the 1.3 patch as well, and it still happens. So unfortunately, what I had to do on this map is just quickly finish the actual contracts I was doing and then just pull it through. Fortunately, I did lose a bit of money while doing it, but it's not really a lot I can do about that. I'm just getting started on the contract for field 29. Cause I've only got 2 harvests at the moment with corn headers. There's very limited contracts I can harvesting contracts I can actually do, and unfortunately this is the only one available at the moment. Hopefully there's going to be some more available a bit later on, especially one on field 28, which is a nice big one. I'm not going to be talking all the time, so whenever I'm not talking, I'll be putting a bit of music on in the background. If anyone's got like any suggestions of what they want to see or what they like and anything like that, just let me know and I'll see what I can put in, and we'll go from there. Apart from that, I hope you enjoyed the video. And let me know what parts you do like. So if certain parts you do like, certain parts you don't like, then let me know, and so I can try and improve these videos as much as I can. But without your support, I can't actually improve them. So I only can do what I like doing and little bits like that. So if there's little bits that you do like doing and I like doing them, then I can put a lot more of that in there for you. So it makes it more enjoyable for everyone. So I'm almost done getting things set up for this field. I normally always get it set up in the same sort of way. I always have the big transport truck stuck on the side of the road so I can overload straight into it. Then I set the course so I can load into it. And it gets it done automatically. I always put the wait time to about 45 seconds on this machine. So that's roughly how long it takes to completely unload it. So I always get that set up, and then I get the um, truck course or done to where contract out tells you to sell it. I will be changing this eventually, but obviously I need more money before I can do that. So what I'm going to end up changing, I'm going to get a big like mother bin, which is going to store a lot of the harvest. So I'm going to pop that into on the side of the field. Then I overload into that. Then I use the other trucks to offload from that and send it to wherever I need to sell it to. That way it makes it a lot easier, so I can actually get a lot more trucks actually overloading into that, and I don't need as many transporting it, because obviously capacity is quite big, so I won't need as many, and the timings makes it a lot easier, because if you have too many people overloading into the same spot, into the same truck, either all come at the same time and get stuck in traffic jams and won't overload properly, or they'll just completely skip through it because there's no truck there, and he will just continue on going. But that will happen once they start getting a bit more money. Probably not for a while yet, unfortunately. Alright, so I just finished another fertilising contract. Got another one lined up already. Need to refill this first, and then I'm gonna upgrade this tractor as well. Get a bit of a bigger engine and swap it over and change it to do overloading. Will have the biggest engine I have. I'm not going to swap it over yet though. Yeah, I'm more likely going to swap it over when I get do the next field after number 26 I'm doing now. I'm planning on doing 28. Hopefully it will be ready soon. And I will need 3 harvesters for that one as well. But I think it's the biggest field on the map. Yeah, because once I've got that 3rd harvester and got headers for all 3 harvesters already, I think I'll probably be saving up to buy my first plot of land. Not sure how long that's going to take though. It's over 500,000 for that, and I've still got to spend what 2, 3, about another 500,000 for that on the harvesters first. Yeah, a little tip for anyone who's like me, who's waiting for contracts. The easiest way, if contract is ready, well, if a field is ready to harvest, but you haven't got the harvest contract there, sometimes it can take a while to go. The easiest way I found to try and force it to come is just save the game, exit, then reload. It's as simple as that. It doesn't always work, but it does work quite often. But I've found on the bigger maps, if there's like a growth cycle going through or a weed cycle going through, contracts don't appear at all. I haven't really tried that with the save, exit, and reload scenario, but that does happen. Yeah, unfortunately, when I created this route, I crashed a couple of times. I fixed most of them. Unfortunately, there's one that I didn't notice, and it kind of gets stuck around here somewhere. I get stuck up against the lamppost, and course play can't fix it just because of the course. So I'm not doing a course again because this is actually a very long course. So I think it's just here it gets stuck. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I think the rest of the course is fine on this now. Yeah, I haven't really put a big enough headland on this, but as soon as I get 3 harvesters, 1 headland should be enough then. Yeah, hopefully my mic's actually working this time. Last time, the first part of the video, the mic didn't work at all. Well, it either didn't work or the sound didn't come through very well. It's like very crackly and stuff like that. And of course, they just hit me. I've got the Pathfinder deactivated on this, so it kind of goes direct routes, which means it will try and pass through everything. If it's activated, it will actually follow the outside pretty well, but it's a bit slow sometimes, especially on bigger fields. Yeah, I think I'm just going to wait until it starts going back up again. It should turn around here and start going up here. Not exactly the fastest way of doing it, but it's the way it works. Yeah, with Pathfinder activated, what it will do, it will follow the headland all the way around. But the reason why it goes slow sometimes is because it sometimes goes the long way around, get all the way around, especially when the headland isn't quite complete yet. It will try and follow it so it doesn't drive through the crop. As far as I know, even got crop destruction on, it doesn't destroy the crop. But I normally don't play with crop destruction on. I might be doing a map at some point with crop destruction on, but because on these bigger maps, it's quite hard, especially if Courseplay does destroy the crops. It's quite hard to do it effectively without destroying all the crops all the time. I'm just getting this house caught up a little bit. I'm not sure why it got so far behind. It's sometimes due to the fact that I was waiting for to be unloaded, but other times it could be any reason really. But it's just it's the way it is. It would be the same if I just use normal workers. It will just get a bit behind. No real big problem with it, but you just jump into it and get it done anyway. Looks like that's about it for the fertilising contracts for now. So I think I'm going to swap this tractor over with the other one. had a few problems with quality of these videos. When I'm playing on the max settings on here, which is quite easy to do on my computer, and also the actual recording is very high quality. But unfortunately, when I uploading it to YouTube, a lot of times the quality drops. I'm not sure why at the moment, but it's really annoying because all my recordings are, I wouldn't say the best quality, but they are really good quality. But for some reason, every time I upload it to YouTube, it always drops. I think for this video, I'm going to try and change the settings a bit and see if I can try and match it a bit better to what YouTube actually prefers. See if that actually makes any difference, but I don't know at the moment. So let me know in the comments below um, if the quality is any better or not. I do watch them myself, so I do notice the little bits where, and if anyone's got any advice on what settings to actually render it as, because I think that's the problem. So when I actually finish rendering it, uh, it's not quite the right settings for YouTube. Even though the end up video is good quality on my computer, it's when it goes up to YouTube, it seems to drop. So if anyone has any advice on what settings to put it on, then please let me know. So I do want to put out really good quality videos, but it's very difficult. Unfortunately, I'm using a program called Shadowplay. Main reason for that is because my computer isn't quite powerful enough to use like OBS, which is what I prefer to use. But unfortunately, my CPU runs at 100% all the time, and I end up getting a bit of lagging game because of it. And even then, the end up video quality isn't that good. Uh, so yeah, any advice? More welcome. Thank you. Right, so I've just swapped over the tractors. So the overload's got a bit of a better tractor to do it now, so hopefully it won't be doing it driving so slowly. I'm still hoping to do the harvesting on field 28, but the contract hasn't come up yet, even though it's ready to harvest. But there is a smaller field on field 18 that I can harvest now. It's like the biggest problem I've got with harvesting is I only can do corn or sunflower because I haven't got the other headers yet. But hopefully after I finish this field 26, I should have enough to get another combine plus the 3 headers. But we'll see what it is. Still haven't got any fertilising contracts yet, but I think there's quite a few ready to harvest. I'm not sure why, but for some reason the contracts aren't coming so quickly as they're supposed to. If anyone's wondering, about 95% of all my voice recordings is actually done as I'm actually playing it. So I do find I do repeat myself slightly because, especially on this map, because it's how big it is, how long it takes. I actually forget sometimes what I've actually said. And then when it comes to editing, um, I don't delete it if I have repeated myself. You know, there's no point because I don't always say exactly the same thing. It's always very slightly differently or something like that. But like I said, about 95% is what I've actually said while I've actually playing it. It's not always exactly when I've said it on the actual recording because obviously the whole thing's time lapse, and I can't time lapse my voice because you won't be able to understand what I say. Um, but yeah, and sometimes I do move where I've actually said it around in the video, so it's all comes into lumps. Um, but when I do say something specific to what's going on in the video, I do slow the video down and and do it that way. And also, I'm not really much of a talker, as you can tell. I can't quite talk properly half the time because it's just where I am. I don't actually talk very much, but on these videos, I do try and talk as much as I can. Uh, I think it's better. So I've seen quite a few time lapse videos where they never talk. It's always text on the screen, and personally, I don't like that. Partly because I'm dyslexic, so I can read majority of what's on the screen, but half the time it's not up for long enough, so I can't actually read it long enough. So it it's a bit annoying for me because I can't quite read it, and I don't. Well, every time I watch YouTube as well, I don't actually just sit at my computer watching it and reading what's on the screen. I sometimes doing something else. Some of the time, I'm even playing this, and recording as well while I'm watching other people. Um, when I do watch the time lapse videos and read all text, I tend to concentrate too much on actually reading the text. It takes a bit more concentration for me to actually read what's going on, and end up losing, not really paying attention to what they're actually doing on screen. So it ends up not being that enjoyable. Just I'm sitting there reading all the stuff, and then I can't actually pay attention to their videos and not really enjoy it myself. Yeah, I'm just going to take this harvester over to one of the new harvesting contracts I've got near the top. Yeah, because I thought I'll make it a bit easier. I take it over a bit early because this field's near enough done. And because it's basically diagonally across the map I need to go, it's going to take quite a while. So I thought I'll just finish it a bit early and take it over there so I can start doing it. It's only small fields at the top. Right, okay, I'm not quite sure what just happened, but the game crashed again. Not don't know what it is, but it must be the fact that I'm using 1.1 beta. Yeah, like I said, I'm not quite sure what happened, but I lost about another 15-20 minutes again. I don't get how it keeps happening. It must be a fault with 1.1 beta, which is going to be released for the next week or so, so I don't know what these errors are. So even though the game just crashed, I've actually got the contract I've been waiting for on field 28. At the end of the last one, I didn't have it yet, and I got contracts for field 6 and field 8, which I was going to do first while I was waiting for it. So I think I'm still going to have to do the field 6 and 8, no, not 8, 18. I'm going to have to do those two first before I do the big one on 28, because that's a big field where I need a lot for it. Alright guys, so I figured out what the crashes are all about. Basically, for some reason in patch 1.3 it kept auto-completing the contracts, and then if I continue to harvest the field afterwards, you basically kept crashing all the time. Even if I didn't do the field, it still auto-completes and I end up losing a lot of money. So what I've had to do is just turn off patch 1.3 and just carry on with that. Now I'm just completing with the harvests on field 6 and field 18 before I move on to the big one on 28, where I'm going to get a new harvester and a header for it before I do that. That's going to take some time to do as well. So I've also found out that for fields 16, 17, 18 and 19, there's actually no roads. There's no roads to get to it. The only way I can get to it is to drive through the fields. Closest road is just next to field 20 and 4. I don't know why there's no roads up there at all, but all the other bits in between the field have got trees on it, so I can't even drive up them. There's a few little gaps here and there, but that's about it. I don't understand why there's no roads. There is little patches between the fields, but you still have to drive through the field to get to the actual patches. So I don't understand why they've got like little bits of road between the actual fields, unless you're supposed to harvest one, then complete that one, then drive through the field, go up to the next one, then do that one, and so on. But for in real life, I can understand why, but for the game, you still do need the roads because you're not always going to own all the fields and be able to do them all in that order. But that's just one of those things, then, isn't it? Right, so that was the actual contract on the 26th I just finished. I've already delivered the sunflowers for field 6 as well, because that was down the bottom end, so it's got the sunflowers from field 26 and delivered it. Now I just need to do the rest of this and get a bit more money. If anyone wants any advice on how to actually use course spray, then let me know. I might do a few tutorials on it, but I'm not going to do it yet because so many updates keep coming out. Because any videos you look for on the internet now with tutorials on course play for FS19, as soon as they've uploaded them, they're more than likely already out of date before you even watch it, because of how fast they update. Because there's quite a few little bits on there that they haven't even released yet, especially for doing bunker work or little bits like that, or proper overloading. They haven't actually released it yet. So I'm guessing they're trying to work out all the bugs and all the little other bits first before they start releasing any of that. But if you do want a bit of advice, then just send me a comment and I'll try and do my best to give you a hand with it. But like I said, with all the actual updates, if you're struggling to do one specific thing, by the time you send me a comment and by the time I reply it, that could have been a bug or something with it, and they've already fixed it. They are very fast at doing that. Yeah, it looks like there's a problem with the shadows on this harvester. Keep seeing a rectangle, like black box sort of thing. I'm guessing it's meant to be a shadow. It's not doing it very well. Obviously, this harvester is a mod. It's normally pretty good, but there's obviously that's one slight problem with it. Okay, so the harvesting's finished for that top field now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just transport everything down to down to the shop and start getting set up for the next field, which is more than likely going to be in the next episode. So I'm going to be using to make it a bit easier to get all the equipment down there. I've actually got a course already laid out, which is for 26 to actually sell the crop and everything. I'm actually using that to transport everything down, but unfortunately, 'cause when I generated it, it wasn't designed for the harvesters or the wider equipment, so they all keep getting stuck all the time. It's because it wasn't designed for it. It's not quite far enough into the center, so they always get stuck. But it makes it a lot easier just to use that course and send them down like that rather than doing it all one at a time. I think eventually, once I found a, a point where I'm going to park all my vehicles, which is more likely going to be in the big field that I'm planning on buying, I'm not going to actually set up any like transport courses for all the equipment, so I can actually go down, like say from the main farm to the shop. Then from there I can manually drive all the equipment to the fields I need to. Because obviously, once I start getting a lot of equipment, doing it that all manually myself is going to take some time. But I'm not going to set it up yet, not until I've sort of decided exactly where I'm going to park all my vehicles. Because on this map, there's quite a few little points where you can actually park your vehicles, and every time I drive around, I keep finding more places to park your vehicles on this map. There's quite a few of them. Most of them are pretty good, but unfortunately, you you can't actually change anything yourself because you can't actually delete the buildings without going into files and editing it. But I'm not going to do that. If they're wrong, I'm probably not going to. Apart from maybe the bunker, but I don't know if I'm going to change that or not. Yeah, as you can see, they keep getting stuck on the trees and the bushes and things like that because, of course, it's too close to them and the vehicles are too wide, so keep getting stuck on it. Even when I was Panda, it kept getting stuck occasionally as well. But it's normally when the roads are really narrow, I try and edit the map and remove some of the collisions of the bushes. But I don't like doing that with maps from the mod hub because there's updates. The updates won't update properly, so I avoid doing that. Right, so I think it's time to get the third harvester now. Right, and there you go, my third harvester. Not that many left now, but oh well. Got a nice big field to do next. I think I'm going to call it to a close here. I'm not quite sure how much time I've got left, so I'm just probably going to finish the episode here. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Goodbye.